Welcome to Culture episode 266, the Thanksgiving Thankful episode.
Culture, trail running podcast. Running. Culture.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Culture Trail Running Podcast. I am Becky Burke, and I am introducing Jamie McCusker to be doing the introduction. Jamie, all you.
What are you talking about?
Jamie's making up the intro. You're making up the intro.
Oh, you mean like welcome to the trail?
Yes.
Culture Trail Running
welcome
Podcast.
to the Culture Trail Running Podcast. I'm your guest, Jamie McCusker. And we will be this is a show about trail and ultra running and the people who do it in the Northeast. And I'm completely screwing everything up here, and I hope Art appreciates that because he seems to like that. The language on this show is as raw and chafed as the trails we run on, and so please be aware of that if you have any kids around.
Yay!
I mean, that was perfect. So
very nice. I like it. Yes. All right, everybody. So that was wonderful. Welcome to the Culture Trail Running Podcast. So I am Evil Becky Burke, and I'm joined by the Ding-a-Donga, Celeste Fong.
Yep, I'm here. Good morning, kids.
And our wonderful, wonderful guest, Jamie McCusker.
Yay!
Hi, everyone.
Yay! So we had decided we wanted to do an episode talking about thankfulness because Thanksgiving, but also I think there's so much to be thankful for in general. But we were thinking about, running and about, how many doors that opens up for all of us and in so many different ways. And one of the things that I love about the podcast is I love to ask people a question and have them interpret that however they see and just kind of like go in whatever direction they want to go with that and answer that. And I think that that's so neat and interesting to hear. And so Celeste and I were, talking about that. And we're like, we want to see like what, when you kind of throw out that question of like, when it comes to, to running or when you think of that, like what are you thankful for? And so, Jamie was so nice to say that they wanted to come and join, and I would love to hear about that. So, what when we sent the message, what was your initial thought?
My thought was, well, I definitely have a lot to be thankful for, and it's been a while since I've been on, so I thought I'd share what I've got, and so yeah, I'm definitely thankful for a ton of stuff, and the past few years, I mean, everyone's had a lot of things they've had to deal with through the pandemic and the ensuing years, and I'm definitely no exception. And so I'm definitely this year's been especially good to me. With a lot, there's a lot of chaos that was happening, but I definitely still have a lot to be thankful for. So yeah, I don't know if you want me to just get going into that.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, okay. I would love to.
So, yeah. So I have to say that the main thing that I'm thankful for has been kind of definitely within this context is the trail running community, specifically in Connecticut, right? So, I mean, trail runners are really awesome kind of in general, but we have something really special here, and it's not just, we're just like, it's like we're a bunch of kindergartners. We just end up like, everyone ends up making friends, like literally every run you go on, there's someone new and you make friends with them, and suddenly you have a new bestie to run with. And when I started trail running, so I mean, I knew Michael Lopresti from back when he was not running actively at the time, and so I was trying to get more serious with it during that time, and he encouraged me a lot. And then when it came time when he was actually able to get back into it, he just had all these great group runs that he was going on, and he made it look fun. And and then kind of as I got to know more and more people, first off, there were just a million people to get to know, and every single time, like it made running look fun, and that was a piece that I'd been missing from being able to run. I learned how to run like in cross country and track, and that's a whole different ball game from just kind of goofing off on the trail. And so, yeah, that's been a huge, huge thing that has completely changed my life around. Uh, and it's helped me get healthier. I kind of went from, uh, so actually in like 2007, I broke both my arms because I tripped on something and fell on concrete. And
Ow.
yeah, they weren't bad breaks, but there was like one in my wrist here and one in my left elbow. And
So how did you get around? Like,
I walked. My feet are fine.
okay. I couldn't use my hands to walk anymore, so I guess I had to.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty rough. I had to use a wheelchair because I couldn't walk on my hands.
But like, could you could you
uh,
drive or like use a pen
no,
or
no,
hold a
I couldn't.
spoon or something?
I had a splint on my left arm because it wasn't quite as bad, and so I could use it a little bit. But yeah, it was pretty tough for a while. And but the point being that like as I like literally as I was falling, I was feeling like this wouldn't have happened if I was in better shape. Like literally, like I've been I used to be fairly agile, and well, I am again. And you guys have both seen me fall on the trail. I've got pretty good reflexes for. I have there are plenty of opportunities for people to see my
Yes.
agility on the
Yes,
trail.
I have to say for a second, I was like,
Specifically,
wait, but I'm like, yep, I've seen you fall.
Yeah.
yeah, and or trip and catch myself or whatever. And so, like literally, as I was falling, I was thinking like I should be able to handle this, but I was like falling like a tree, and that kind of. But being able to get back, the point being able to get back into running and sticking with it because I'd only been kind of like a 5K a year type of person. Uh, and so I just did not, I was finally able to kind of stick with it once I started getting in with the trail running community and things started looking fun and I started looking forward to group runs and being able to kind of stay in shape well enough to participate in those. And so that was like a huge part of that whole process was trying to stay up with that. And the FOMO is real and it's very effective and I don't mind it at all because it keeps me moving. And Celeste is now officially distracted by Becky's
Sorry.
dog because that's okay.
Betty White, I can't help it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
she was
I know.
crying, so I had to hold
Oh,
her.
it's okay.
I locked mine upstairs.
But yeah, so just like all of that, and then just kind of more recently, lots of just the my life has gone through a lot of changes, and the trail running community has been there for me this whole time, and I greatly appreciate that everyone in it for being there for me. And so yeah, I'm just really great. Yeah, the community is really the biggest thing that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful to be able to keep up with you guys sometimes because obviously Well, so like this year, for instance, there's like I'd mentioned, there was a lot of chaos. Uh, I actually finally caught COVID, but it was also the middle of two other family medical emergencies, or that was sandwiched by two family medical emergencies, and then other kind of longer term medical stuff that our family was dealing with, um, and a whole bunch of other things. And actually, in the past, between uh, now and last March, I'd been through three surgeries of various types, including one that
Wow.
actually got rid of my GERD, which was amazing by itself.
Ooh.
Wow.
Because I'd had GERD for like literally my whole life, and so it was just constant heartburn. And um, of course, it was one of the reasons why I was really good at taco trials. But it also is not. I'm now officially retired from that, at least as a competitor, like doing it competitively, because my doctor is like, yeah, you're not doing that. We put too much. You will undo whatever it is. You will undo your surgery if you eat 10 tacos while running. It's just no, don't, please don't.
Okay.
And
I
so
can't eat 10
so
tacos.
I can't now.
How long has it been
The
since
thing
you
is
had
that
that surgery?
it's been I had it right after the Hartford Marathon last year, so it's been like a year and 2 months almost.
Wow.
And the recurrent there's been no recurrence of heartburn or anything else.
Wow.
And so
Have you found that helped with fueling during like ultras?
I don't know, because I've never really had trouble with fueling, at least from the kind of keeping food down perspective. It's been more
Okay, lucky.
Yeah, I know. It's
So
but at the
that
same
surgery
time,
then helped the running? Like, have you noticed has it had an effect
I
on
don't think it's had a I don't think it's had a real effect on it. For a while, I was on a soft diet afterwards, so that obviously had an effect on the distance I could go, because there's only so much oatmeal you can carry on you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but once I got the actual once I was recovered, so of course then I had to recover from the recovery and kind of rebuild. Um, and I've kind of had to do that three times over this past year and a half. And so that's really kind of affected my ability to train. I
Yeah, but you kicked
was
ass at Hamster Wheel.
relatively speaking, I mean, so yes, I was very happy with what I did,
How
but I
did you
feel
do
like
it?
I could have.
Hamster wheel.
I
How'd it
did
go?
64 miles.
That's
Which is
amazing. Good for
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'd done 75 miles at the Village Ultra in 2021. And so that was kind of my distance PR. And that was also with three fewer hours, but also not 5 hours of sleep in the middle. So
Yeah, but if you think about 3 times in the last year having to completely rest and build back up, to be able to pull 100K out like that is really impressive.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Relative to where I am, I'm really happy with it. But it absolutely has had an impact on my ability to train and kind of just where I am as a runner. So yeah, so the hopefully I'll be able to I'm going to try to get strong and fast over the winter. Focus on that, and then we'll see where I am kind of in the fall again. I actually have one more scheduled late spring, so that will be interesting, and that will probably require a complete rebuild from there. But I'm hoping to go into it as healthy as I can. And actually,
You also will have, you'll have like because like you were saying, the community, right? Our community.
Yeah.
You'll have such an amazing like support system that will help you.
Oh yeah. And Celeste, I really want to thank you for for coming to visit me during my recovery. This
Of course, I had a
summer.
blast.
Yeah, that was so much fun to have you around. The but what though the other thing is that in each of these cases I had a super fast recovery, much faster than expected because I was able to run and because I was able to keep up with things. In a very similar situation to Michael with his heart surgery, just like being in that position to be able to be that as fit as we are and go through go through the surgeries, go through the health procedures that we need as we're getting older, it makes a massive difference. And so it's just, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my ability to maintain it, and where that's kind of the position it's put me in over the years. And so yeah, that's been really, really amazing.
That's phenomenal.
That is, I think that's you've touched on such a good point in that it that the exercising and just the lifestyle helps so much that when you, like you said, like when you have times where you're having like surgeries or you're going through an illness or what have you, that you're able to lean on sort of like the life base that you've created to help you recover, but also the exercising and the running and the having like other people around you, like having Celeste there and stuff. It's such a therapeutic thing in itself as well, that's like this other helpful way of kind of getting, like it just serves so many roles. I think.
Yeah, no, I also had pretty major surgery last year, and it was having the community that we've built here and everybody coming and helping and support. Like, it really makes a difference. And even, like there's the practical parts of it. Like, okay, yes, people came and helped me and hung out, brought me gifts, whatever. Like that practical part is important. But I think the psychological part of having that kind of community helps also, because I do think that a lot of times, our minds help with our recovery, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Knowing that you have a community there to back you up. Especially one that is, kind of the family, your family and then friends you grew up with, they obviously are special, and, different people have different relationships with them, but they're not necessarily going to, they may support us in this insanity of ours, but they don't necessarily understand it or share it, right? And so, they're, like my mom's the first one to say, if I'm feeling like, oh, that didn't feel so good, she's like, oh yeah, maybe you should take a week off from running. I'm like, yeah, no,
that's not going to work for me.
Yeah, sorry, no, just no. And so, but having a community there to be like, okay, no, I'm not being unreasonable in wanting to be able to do these things, or being able to keep up with that, or having, it's not even like unreasonable expectations around what we can and can't do. It's just like having the people there to support you when you want to do something incredibly stupid.
Yeah. And I always support stupidity.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I'm all about the, that sounds horrible. What time?
Yeah. So even if I'm not capable of doing it, I will come and laugh at you.
Yeah.
That is always great. It's always good to have like a positive cheerleader, even one that's like, that's what you're doing is so dumb, but I love it.
Yep.
Exactly.
So what do you like looking into this next year? What are you hoping for? If we're sitting here at this time next year, what would you love to be able to say, I'm so thankful for?
I don't have a lot of, because I have one other surgery that is going to be fairly it's going to be a longer recovery process than the others. And kind of just where things are with that and where I am right now, I'm going to be very happy to be able to, like, if I can do the Hartford half, I'll be thrilled. That will probably be about where I am. And if I recover even faster, it'll be like mind blowing to me. Which will be that'll be tough to go through. So if I come through and I'm feeling good about everything and haven't had like a really kind of just hard time kind of sitting still and not getting out to run, that will be I think that would be a goal for me is kind of getting through that sort of endurance, the endurance of waiting,
right,
and being able to build back up. But in the meantime, I'm going to be I'm actually ski racing with Marcy Ritzik and actually
cool.
another runner, Zara DeLuca, she's not really she's done a couple marathons. She's not really ultra or trail type, but we kind of joined a ski team together. And so
that'll be wonderful.
I'm going to be doing giant slalom gate crashing all winter at Ski Sundown. And so that's going to be
cool. Good for you.
My goals there are actually to move up from so the ski racing world has this thing called NASTAR, where it's like an age group adjusted and kind of normalized by the local conditions scoring system, and there's like different levels. It's like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and my first year last year, I actually made it up to just snuck in under gold, and so I'm kind of hoping maybe I can make it up to platinum this year if I keep pushing things a bit more, and hopefully I can get through that and not injure myself while doing that sort of insane, stupid stuff. It's still on the trails, just different kind of trail. And the races are like 30 seconds long, so it's like
the opposite of what we do.
But exactly, literally the opposite.
The exact opposite. It's like
instead of like we don't even be like 30 seconds versus 30 minutes. It's more like 30 seconds versus 30 hours. 30 seconds versus 30 miles. 30
yeah. Right, yeah.
30 seconds versus 30 blisters. 30 seconds versus 30
right, yeah, I'm actually closer to 26 at the moment on it, but it's basically like, I don't know if you're familiar with Ski Sundown, but the Gun Barrel trail is just a straight shot down the mountain, and it's like 2/3 of the length of the trail, and so we kind of blast through that.
That sounds frightening.
Fun, scary, but fun. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's so awesome. Well, good for you. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we got to have you come on and tell us about your thankfulness, and hopefully we'll be able to have you come back again after you do some of your skiing. Your barrel shooting.
I'd love to. I'd love to be able to talk about if you want to if you guys want to hear about something entirely different, then
yes,
I'm happy to share.
Yes,
because it is really weird stuff. And then we spend more time drinking, and actually this is a lot like what we do on the trails, because there's like usually we're like 2 runs down the hill for the actual race, and then we just go in and we drink at the bar, and then we usually bring potluck.
All right, so a minute equals so much potluck and drinking versus
yeah.
I know,
okay.
Wow, that's so much better than
deal.
We're in the wrong sport, Becky.
I know we are. All right, well, we're gonna bring in our other peep, but hopefully I will see you soon, and it won't be so long since last time I see you in person. So, but all right, well, thank you. We're thankful to have you.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yep, thanks a lot.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
She's so sweet.
Did I hit admit? I thought I hit admit.
I don't know what you're doing.
There, I did.
There he is.
All right. Okay. I was like, great. I just screwed this up. All right. I see a name. Wait. I don't.
It's Tarts. Yay! Pop-Tarts.
More than just Pop. We have multiple boxes of Pop-Tarts here.
Wow.
Okay, who is a superhero?
Pop-Tarts. I know who is.
Powered by Pop-Tarts.
I like my children love Pop-Tarts now, which is really funny because I hadn't eaten them in forever. And then from the podcast and yourself, I started getting them for races and they were like, ugh. And I'm like, well, I think you might like them. But part of me was like, if they don't, that's fine because I have them for my races. And now they love them.
My kids love them. I cannot keep Pop-Tarts in this house. They're just gone.
Well, I like it that, I've influenced your kids' nutritional, that's great. I feel proud that I am doing my job and I am making somebody's life better. So that's awesome.
You're the best, Tarts.
How are you?
I am phenomenal. How are you?
I'm better than I was 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
I'm just saying that because just being like,
wow, I don't want to hear the Jamie one. That
I know. I was, as I said, I'm like, wait, would that mean like that? Not anything bad to do? Yeah, no. Yeah. All right.
Just the more peeps we have, the happier we are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's all good. It's all good. We love you, Jamie.
Oh yeah. So, Tarts, tell us your thankful story.
Sure. So as I mentioned, myself and Matt Holy, we run we race direct a race together called the Womp Romp. Some culture peeps kind of dominated the 50K there, taking the first in the men and women's, Andy and Clarice. So that was pretty awesome. So when Matt and I, started this, we wanted to kind of have a theme, and our theme is we get to do this. And so on the little medals, at the end, it talks about that. And where that came from was when I lived in Connecticut, there was a group called Outrun 38. It was
Stop it.
Yeah,
You're an outrunner?
Yeah, I am an outrunner. Yes.
Love it. Okay.
Wait, what does that mean for the outrun?
It's for Liz.
Liz.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, wait, I don't get it. Runner, that's an R and you're doing an L.
L.
Wait,
it's
an L.
Liz.
But okay.
Yeah, these visuals go really well on podcasting, I bet, right? So Liz, as Celeste mentioned, kind of founded Outrun 38, and where the name comes from is when she was born with cystic fibrosis, and the life expectancy of somebody born with cystic fibrosis is 38 years old, and so it's all about outrunning the odds. And then she would be training, and then there'd be days where she couldn't run, and all of us in Outrun, we'd go, well, we'll run those miles for you. And it's like, so that where the whole concept of we run for those who can't. And when you're doing that, you kind of look at your running a lot differently. And you really begin to think about what a privilege it is that we get to go out and actually do it. And at the beginning of the races, I talk about that a little bit in that no matter how bad you're feeling or, how hard it was, the course might feel, there's somebody who would give anything to trade places with you because they're in a hospital bed. Now with cystic fibrosis, your lungs might be filled with mucus, but you might be injured. There might be lots of other reasons. So it's once you start changing your perspective on what you're doing, I think it makes the experience so much better. You're able to appreciate it, and you have so much more gratitude. Now, one of the other things about our race is we will never make any money off of it. That is not our goal. That's it was a kind of a rule that me and Matt had is nobody makes any money off of this. So we give it all away. And one of the groups that we give it to is Free to Run. Stephanie Case is the president and founder. She's an ultra runner in her own right. And it helps women and girls run in conflict areas. So before the Taliban took over Afghanistan again, they were doing a lot of work with girls in Afghanistan, helping them run. They're now dealing in other war-torn countries. And just hearing her speak, it's another thing that I think we take for granted is that women in other countries can't run. It's not allowed, and it's like, and we think nothing of just stepping out the door and going for a run. So I think, a lot of it is just how I am just so appreciative of the fact that I get to run, and it's like, and it's not a given. And so it's like, I get to do it today. I might not get to do it tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen. So really, really appreciate it. I mean, the last thing I'll say about that is I was at an 8-hour race down in Georgia, with my brother, and we were at hour 7. And this race, it's goes around a lake. You're in the mountains. It's absolutely beautiful. And there was a guy, and he was struggling. And I go, I just talked to him for a little bit and go, we get to do this. Look how lucky we are. And you could just see him kind of perking up a little bit and recognizing we got to run around a lake for 8 hours. I mean, how lucky are we? It's like our bodies allow us to do it, and it's in a great place. And it's like, I just think it's a really great way to look at running in life in general.
Okay, you're just amazing.
I know, isn't he?
That's such a great. I think it's an important reminder too, because I think I'm guilty of sometimes forgetting that. Like I don't want to go for a run today or whatever, and sometimes I think we need that smack in the head. Yeah,
that you have that option to choose. Like that, that you have that choice to decide. I don't want to go running, but if I do want to go, I can go.
Yeah.
Versus, being like, oh, I really want to go running, but I can't for this or this reason. It's huge.
Yeah, and I think I remember when I was in Connecticut, and that's when I started running a little bit more. It's like I'd wake up, not want to go running, and I go, well, what would Liz think if I didn't go running? It's like, and it's like there's somebody who wants to do it more than anything. It's like, well, I'd be letting her down, and I don't want to do that. And it's like, and it's amazing. You get it. It's the hardest step is the one out the door, but once you do it, you never regret doing a run. It's like you always feel good after you finish.
That's true. The first mile is always a liar.
It is so nice to know like that. It's at least for me and just about every single run that I do, the first mile or two is always like, and not that they're bad, but they're, I think it's almost like a good thing. Like they're the worst ones. Like it just gets better, where you start and you're like, oh my gosh. And sometimes I don't. I start and I'm like, I've got the theme song to Rocky in my head and I'm like, dun, 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 dun. But usually, 2 miles later, I'm still like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. It's like usually, you feel good, and if you have positive, I think so much of life is perspective, and if you put a positive perspective on it, it's great. And, with our race, what we really like to do is, bring people in. We bring a lot of, road runners in, because of the distance and where we're at. And they just love the whole community feel and all the positive vibes that, are around, I think, trail running, and people just kind of want to help each other out. It's like, we're just, I think it's just, the saying's just tapping into something that's already there. It's not like we came up with that, it's like, and what's so nice is when you just see people kind of get it for the first time, it's like, oh yeah, running's for fun. It's like, let's be honest, none of us are going to be in the Olympics. It's like, it's like, this is like, we're not making our living off of running. We're doing this because we get to, and it's a lot of, it's supposed to be fun. Enjoy yourself, and don't beat yourself up if you don't, get your exact distance or your exact goal. You're doing better than 99.9% of the people out there.
That's true.
So have you had any thinking over the last year and the races that you've both done yourself, but also where you've been a part of race directing or crewing, where you've had other moments of just kind of having that moment of reflection and being like, oh my gosh, I'm so I'm so thankful for this or that, or
Well, it's a little. I'll go out a little bit more than a year, but one of my I have two all-time favorite runs, and one of the I'll put them in second place. But running with Art last year at Hamster Wheel was one of the best running experiences I've ever had. So I wasn't even in the race, but I met him at mile 60 for him. And it was right around midnight. And the idea was to try to bring him to dawn. And, I remember him saying, it's like, all right, Tarch, you came all this way. We'll do a lap. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty much done. Yeah, it's like, I go, all right, fine. It's like, I'm pretty, like, let's do one. And we did one. And then he goes, all right, maybe I can do another. I fed him a Pop-Tart. And, and it's like... he had 9 Pop-Tarts and we finished and
he got 100. Yeah. And you had to put up with us swearing at you.
Yeah. Yes. Celeste was
there making us sprint.
There was some interesting topics of conversation that I don't think are suitable even for culture.
Sorry.
But there's nothing better than helping a fellow human being. And it's like, and when I say helping, it's like, I was really just along for the ride. He still had to take every single step himself. It's like, I didn't carry him, but, to watch that and watch somebody, ask for help, get it. And, he was doing like 7-minute miles at the end. It was insane. It was a really beautiful thing. And it's like, I call it a rocking chair moment. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. I mean,
I like that. A rocking chair moment.
Chair moment. That's amazing.
I thought you were saying a rocking chair moment because you let him sit down for a minute and then you get up and you kind of.
I don't think he let him sit down.
No, there was no sitting down. Once we got up at 60, he just kept on going, but he got stronger and stronger. It was an amazing thing to see. No, and I think life is, about rocking chair moments, is like, creating those memories that when you're sitting in your rocking chair in your old age, that you talk about. It's like you tell that story over and over again. And it's like, and my other favorite race is, from, a few years back, I was helping my cousin's partner run her first marathon, and like her father was there. He's now has over 100 marathons. This was her very first marathon. We were at Traverse City, and it was the year, I don't remember, a few years back, where it was like 90 degrees. So I made it to mile 2 and said, I'm all time. Everything's kind of out of it. It's like, we're not running this thing fast. And so I ran with her, and she started puking about mile 10 and continued for all the way to the end. And we made it through, and it's like, we'd go, all right, let's make it to that next turn before we puke again. But like, we had fun, and it was like, it took us a little bit less than 6 hours, but it's like, also those are the great running stories. I could care less about my fastest 5K time. It's like, I don't even know when that was. It was many, many years ago, I'm sure.
No, I agree with that though.
Yeah,
it's the memories that make a run good.
Yeah, it's the only, and that was a great experience. She got to do it. Her dad was there, and just super, super awesome.
You don't have to say. It's funny because as you're talking, I was thinking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just funny because I thought of it, and then I thought of it in a different way. Is for a second I thought you were going to mention. I remember reading on Facebook about, I think you and Chocolate Chip ran together.
Yep.
And he wrote something really nice about that. And so I was like, at first I'm like, is that going to be what he says? And then I just kept, like, as you were talking, it just kept popping in my head. And I was thinking how, like, I was not part of that run. I just read that you guys ran and that it was very special. And reading that post made my day. And I thought about that so many times over the last couple of weeks, where I was like, I just think that's so awesome that they had that experience together, and that it was through running, and that they met through this podcast, and that, and even though it wasn't, I wasn't with you guys, like, I almost feel like it's my like moment too, where I can be like, I just, that just had made me so so thankful for knowing the both of you. So.
Yeah, and I think this, I mean, culture's created a really cool community. I mean, it's a really nice thing where there is no way I would know Chip without it, right? There's no way at all. And it's like, and we've done some crazy things. He's done the stupid dice challenge, or dumbass dice challenge.
I got to do that one year.
Yeah. And he made it through, and I was like, one of the hardest things to do. And it's like, I remember him talking about it. And I remember I was at Ghost Train. I gave him his fuzzy dice, and he loved it. I mean, that was a great run too. I mean, there's so many of them, and it's like, I think it's your best runs are the ones where you're giving of yourself, and it's, I think anything in life is, find something you love and give it away. And it's like, yep. I'll get up at midnight and come meet you in the middle of the woods and run with you. It's like, that's that's going to make a story. That's just going to be awesome. I mean, that's going to be, no good story starts at, we started at a 5K at 8 a.m. No, it's like, I drove into the middle of the woods at midnight and found this guy, and we started running, and there were jack-o'-lanterns, and it's like, and candy everywhere. Well, that's a story.
That's a story.
Yeah.
No, oh gosh, that is really funny. Yay. So what do you have over the next year? Like anything that you're excited about, thankful for coming up, or hoping that next year at this time you're going to say, I'm so thankful that this happened?
Yeah. So I'm currently training for a 50 miler in Malibu, California. So my brother turns 50 years old. And so we're kind of training. He lives in Georgia, so we're training together virtually. So like this will be his first, he's done a 50K, but he hasn't gone beyond that. And it does have a little bit of vert. It's the Sean O'Brien. It's got about 13,000 feet of vert, but it's his.
That's a lot of vert in 50.
Yeah. Well, I've been running my age since I turned 50. So it's like he's figures, well, he's my younger brother, he's got to start doing that too. So we're out there, we've got a house on the beach, we're gonna go run, and then there's Nobu, Malibu is right there. We're getting reservations for the day after, and hopefully we have
when is this happening?
Race at the end of January. So
that's so exciting.
Yeah, so we're in big mileage training right now, and just trying to unfortunately I don't live in a place that has mountains, so the vert training's a little bit hard. There's a lot of up and downs, but it's going well. And we're looking forward to that, and whatever happens, and I'm sure we'll have a good time. My sister's going to come down from Washington, so it should be really good.
Oh, I'm so excited. Amazing. I can't wait to hear all about that. Mm-hmm. Yay. Wow.
And then we'll see how that goes, and then we'll plan the next great adventure. It's like I'm open to pacing if anybody needs it, so you can just call me up.
Yeah, I'll pacing.
So, I'll pace it.
I know we're I think Celeste and I are both on the docket for giving the cut I'm giving the cut a third try. Third time's the charm.
Yeah. And I did the 50 last year, which was one of the best races of my life.
Yeah.
So I'm an idiot. Let's do the 112.
I have to actually.
I think the proper term is Bill Olenhall would get very upset with me if I didn't correct you. It's dumbass, not idiot. It's
sorry.
Dumbass. We are dumbasses. Yeah.
Yes, we are. I also want to see if I can hit 100 at. I have to go back and do 100 at Hamster Wheel next year.
Yeah.
So
you did 80. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
I was thinking about that in my run today, because I knew I was going to be speaking to you, and I go, it's like, do you know how few people on the planet Earth can actually run 80 miles? It's like, there are so few. You should be so freaking proud of yourself on that.
Exactly.
It's like, now that it's been a couple of weeks awesome. And I'm over it, I'm like, okay, stop being a dumbass, and But
it's hard, but I think it's life is so much about perspective, and it's like if you just compare yourself to the people that do better, you're going to be miserable. It's like there's 99.99% of the people.
Yeah, it's
can't
crazy
even come close to the 80.
Anybody there that was like, I did 30 miles, I was like, I'm so excited for you. Like it's just me being hard on me.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, because we all do it. And then when we hear other people, we're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yet then we don't follow our own. So
I just had to get to a place to let it go. Like, okay, now I let it go.
Let it go. Except it's awesome. It's like it's
I let it go. Now we start training for the cut, and
whatever will be, will be.
Yeah.
Which I actually just sent you both a picture. Sherry Bilby sent me a picture of me on the cut course. It was mile 51 or something. And that was when I had begged to just lay down on the ground for a little while. And I was in the fetal position with my jacket over me. And she took that picture and she finally sent it to me. She's like, I didn't send it sooner because I didn't know if you were ready for it. But it was a picture that she took and sent to Reagan and was like, yeah, I'm thinking we better call it now. So I showed the picture to my husband a couple of days ago, and he just was like, and I'm like, yeah.
It's like,
why do we do it? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like I try not to focus too much on outcomes. Focus on your effort. And focus. It's like good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. Maybe it's just not your day, and it's like, hey, you tried hard. You did your best. Awesome. Nobody died. It's okay. It's like.
I mean, I tried. I did ask people to murder me, and no one took me up on it. Like, and I had a $5 bill. Like, what?
What, for $5 they didn't?
I know.
For $2.
You might. Maybe they thought you wanted them to give you $5. Maybe that was the problem.
maybe. Yeah. I think too that sometimes you're talking about rocking chair moments, and I think that sometimes those moments aren't concrete in our mind, but it's more the feeling of them, if that makes sense. Like, I might not remember every mile that I've done with someone, right? But the bond that was created by running with them, like that internal feeling, like the memory might not be specific, but it's there. So I have a lot of those from runs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, at my art run, it's like, I can't tell you what half the stuff we talked about, but we spent freaking 12 hours together. It's like, you talk about everything. You get pretty deep, in those types of runs. Like, you kind of bare your soul to another person, and it's awesome. I mean, that's a great, be vulnerable, and the people are vulnerable back. It's like, it is, as you say, you kind of build something that's a lot more real than I think a lot of our other interactions.
Yeah, I always say that friends you make out running are the most authentic, because you can't really, most people, I don't know, maybe it's me, but you can't be fake, right? Because you're suffering, and then you're good and you're bad, and you're sharing truly who you are.
Yeah.
And so it's like a authentic bond that you make, and those are the friendships I'm the most grateful for.
Yeah, I think you get too tired to filter.
That's it. Not that I have a filter, but
or you get too tired to pretend. That's it. Instead of you're trying to act in a way that you think people want you to act, and it's like when you're running, it's like, yeah, this is who I am. Love it or leave it.
I'm just trying to keep breathing. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep breathing.
Relentlessly moving forward, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yay. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And
pleasure.
And now I'm excited to, have you come out there and run with us at the cut.
I know.
You like how I've just sort of,
Let me when and where. Just text me the place. I'll be there. I'll bring some tarts.
Tarts, you are the best.
Yeah.
You really
tarts
are.
Tarts.
Yeah. You just also made me like, okay, now I'm really excited about the next training cycle. I'm like, okay, something clicked.
No wrong with tarts.
Yeah. Now I want Pop-Tarts for dinner too. So there's that.
I know. I could go for all right, wait, everybody think of what Pop-Tart they could go for right now. I'm going to get mine. Darn you.
Sorry.
I was going to say that one or that one. That's so funny. I was going to say s'mores, or I was going to say cinnamon and brown sugar. And I was like, cinnamon, brown sugar. And then I'm like, maybe s'mores. And then Celeste said s'mores. And then I started to complain. And then Tarts picked up the cinnamon and brown sugar. How cute are we?
So my favorite is the apple The apple fritter.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you. The apple fritter. But they discontinued it. It is so good. Oh my God. No. Becky, don't you do it. I'll start talking about being a basic liquor. I love the apple fritter ones.
Those were good.
What makes it a fritter, though?
It's just apple in the middle, and then it's got like white frosting on the top.
And that's the fritter?
Yeah. That's all.
Okay.
Well, there's some cinnamon too. Yeah. So
yeah, there's a little cinnamon in it, but it's not overpowering cinnamon.
So I have different genres of Pop-Tarts. So for the comfort, it's the brown sugar and cinnamon. That's definitely there.
It's a very comfortable.
From the chocolate, genre, s'mores is my favorite. But the Oreo, not a bad second. It's like, so the Oreo.
I haven't tried them.
Yeah. They're definitely worth a try.
Ago.
Yeah, the fruit genre is blueberry is my favorite. So
I like the blueberry too.
frosted.
Yeah, of course. A Pop-Tart without frosting is offensive.
Just crazy.
I don't like them with the frosting, the fruit ones.
Okay, you also don't like corn. I can't with you.
I know, but I like corn, but corn is an independent vegetable. It should never be mixed.
Every time I make corn chowder for the rest of my life, I'm thinking of you.
I don't advise corn while running. I'm just saying.
Oh, God, no. No.
That's not a good aid station food. It's like Now, the biggest aid station food that now I'm seeing, we stole it from Ghost Train, but people absolutely loved it. Avocado roll-ups.
Oh, God.
I was just going to say avocados.
Yeah, people love it. Love it. Except for Celeste, who's making really...
You don't like avocado?
You could not pay me to eat an avocado.
Not even $5?
No. Not even $5,000. Like, no.
Really?
No.
Is it that you don't like the texture?
I don't... no. I don't like anything about it.
You know what else is really good is frozen watermelon with salt.
Yeah.
Like nice.
Okay, I'll give you frozen watermelon. That's good.
Yeah.
But I love some good avocado.
It was raining and cold, so we made a lot of quesadillas. Those go.
Pierogies are good too.
Oh, those are freaking awesome. The Ghost Train.
Yes,
the hamster wheel pierogies. So good.
Oh yeah, I was devouring those pierogies this year.
Yeah. Those are really good. All right, now we're all getting really hungry. So.
I know. Right?
I made sauce today too, so it's.
You still have another person after me, so it's like, I can go eat.
I know, although I'm not sure. Not sure.
I don't know if he got the message.
I know I've sent him a couple, but
yeah. All right. You know what we can do if we can get him on? Like if he's not here now, we can always
splice it in.
Yes.
If we can schedule a time.
And I'll take his time too if you got any other questions. Yeah.
So, we should question, Jeffers.
Yeah.
What when you think of, well, hopefully you haven't been on Facebook recently, but Grizzly Adams. Let's remind you of a Patreon. Hold on. Let me share the screen.
I'm not sure if I'm going to know the person's name off the top of my head. Is it like a Dan Haggerty or something like that? Or
that's who.
That's his real name.
All right, see this picture right here. Look at this face.
Yep, that's Dan.
No. Well, yes, technically yes. Well, actually, technically no, but technically according to Tony Bonanno. But look at Grizzly Adams' face. What does his face? Why am I putting my hand on this? You can't see that. Just look at the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Who does he look like?
Are you saying Art?
No,
I don't know. You got me on this one.
He looks like. Oh wait, but I can't even get his picture to pull up. He looks like Bada Bappa.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Yes.
He does a little bit.
Same face.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that.
Where is he? Look at this. Look at this. Look, don't they look exactly
alike?
For the listeners at home,
Ross's dogs are cute.
That was not all right. So Ross, it's just not helping because I'm not finding a picture of you. I'm finding other pictures, and that is not helpful. Okay. Anyways, you'll
just have to take her word for it.
Yes. I believe you. Evil Becky Burke.
Thank you. All right. How do I stop sharing? All right.
No, you know what you should share? We should make tarts
I was thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got? Bring it on.
What do you think? Wait, where did it go?
It was in the group chat.
It was in the chat or was it in Messenger?
Messenger. Facebook Messenger.
All right, Tarts.
Are you ready, Tarts?
I'm ready.
We are. Well, look at what we're making you do.
Does that involve an ice bucket?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, we are. Wait, how do I open it?
You just click on it.
I know, but it's not. Because I literally keep. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So do you work in technology?
You should have seen the two of us trying to figure out how to create this meeting.
Yeah.
It's so, you know what? There's certain things that I don't know. I think sometimes I'm just a baby because there's certain things where I'm like, wow, I figured out how to do that. And then other things where I'm like, nope, I don't know how to do this. And I feel like I just am being whiny. All right, Tarts.
Yes.
You do us the honors.
I would love to read.
Yay. So we're.
Oh, wait. First, we have to talk about how we're 112. Oh, wait. No, we have to.
Yes. So.
So having support is important to you, right, Tarts?
It is important to me. I think support is great, and people should not be afraid to ask for help.
Yes, they should. And you know what? It's funny that we've, I think both with talking to yourself and when we were talking to Jamie, that I think a big theme was thankfulness for other runners and for other, individuals. Yeah. And so I think it's very appropriate that we're reading the Patreon. And I think, we try to always get through it a little bit less lengthy. But I think today should be a good time that as we go through the names, if somebody has something that they think of that they want to just say about someone, then they just should say that. And if we read your name and it's quiet, that means we don't like you.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Oh.
Hundo Joe, I got to show you the love. It's like I like the hashtag on Hundo Joe.
Okay, so Hundo Joe the other day. Tyler did this bridge run where we went to you drank a beer at one brewery, ran over the Aragoni Bridge, drank a beer in Portland, ran over the bridge, drank a beer in Middletown, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Wait a minute. I saw you running over the bridge and I beeped at you. Was that what you were doing?
Yes, that was absolutely what I was doing. Except that I don't drink that much beer. So I had a half of a hard seltzer, ran over the bridge, ran back, had the other half, ran over the bridge, ran back, and then quit and laughed at everybody while I ate pizza.
Oh my gosh, I wish I knew. I want to join this.
Yeah, but okay, so next time. So Tyler's going to do it again, but I think Hundo actually won.
Wow.
I could see that.
Yeah. So yay, Hundo. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Wow.
Then we have $$ Albert Star Galactica. Then
Albert
we have Albert Star, A. Marcus. Then the younger brother of Donnie and Marie, Adam Osman.
Oh, I miss you, Adam. I haven't seen you in a while.
I think he's going to be at the taco trials.
Whoa.
Oh, yay.
Oh, I think I'm having tacos. So my daughter just texted me something about tacos. I have a feeling taucos are in my not too distant future.
Nice.
We have Amy Jennifer Hanlon and Amy Jennifer Hanlon's friend. We have Amy Maurer Power. Then we have the pharmaceutical rep, Amaya Sorensen. Andy Tide, who has Tide No More, is now the winner of the internationally world-renowned Womp Romp. We have Angela Rose, Antonio Di Betancourt, who I understand is a basketball star, Austin Frank, Shazam Azam Politov, Ben Nolette, Ben 1N, Ben Double N, Griffin.
He's a good, thankful person. That's somebody that I'm very thankful for him. But I think he's just somebody that I feel like anybody that meets him is thankful that they've met him. And he's done so much for so many people that has made them thankful for him. Maybe it's all just a ploy. Maybe he's just doing it so that people can be thankful for him.
Maybe.
Maybe he's just
I feel like he's
going out of his way just so people are like.
And Wally Watermelon's a little devil. and the two of them together, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I go out. I do the 8-hour around the clap track every year, but I carry Wally a little bit, so that's.
I refuse to carry Wally.
I have not carried Wally either. I've donated to not carry Wally.
I do the same thing. Here, take my cash. I'm not carrying the watermelon.
Wow.
I know.
Wow, you have something against watermelons. Wow, that's pretty harsh. All right, down from the Shire, we have the Trailheads. We have Bessic Hustle.
Oh, hopefully I'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is he coming?
Chicken?
I have no idea. I saw
her last weekend. Bikini Chicken.
Oh, it's tomorrow, Jimmy's race?
Yeah, Jimmy's race is
tomorrow. Yeah.
Cool. Bikini Chicken. Is Bikini Chicken still alive?
Yeah, I saw her.
You saw her? Really?
The
Bikini Chicken. I haven't heard the bikini.
Oh, yes. I will show you. I will show you the Bikini Chicken. Hold on. Maybe I won't.
All right. While she's looking for her chicken, we have Bill Gibbs. I will
not show you Bikini Chicken.
Bill Kilpatrick. Don't know Bill Kilpatrick. Bill Double L Oldenhall, also known as Intolerable Bill.
Yes. He is so intolerable.
He is. I hope we see him tomorrow.
We better.
Bryce Muzak or Muziak. I wonder if he invented music.
Right. You know, I bet he probably did.
Yeah, not music, Muzak, the stuff that you hear in the shopping
elevators
center, like that. Oh, yeah, so he's probably a descendant of whoever invented that stuff.
Do you think he says, "I invented Muziak, don't talk back"?
Probably. Bryce Hennessy, Celeste, what is it? Alalonga Ding Dong.
Alalonga. That makes sense. Celeste story. I couldn't find Celeste's phone number, and in my phone, and I was like, "What the heck?" And I'm like, "Okay, now it's getting desperate. I'm just gonna look and just see. Did I put it in under just Celeste?" And I kind of didn't want it to come up because I would have been very disappointed in myself. And I didn't. I don't know what happened to her number, so I put it back in. But anybody's phone numbers that I have from the podcast, it's just a rule that it is not, their phone number is not in my phone as their actual name. It's just weird. Yeah. It'd be like calling like my parents by their first names, where I'd be like Sandra. Like that's how I feel when people say, "Hey, have you seen Kate Gelino?" And I'm like, "Who?" And they're like, Kate Gelato. Like I can't say. Or someone would be like, "So how's Michelle?" I'm like, "Who's Michelle?" I'm like, "Pom Poms? Do you mean Pom Poms?" I said, "I don't know who Michelle is. That's too grown up for me."
We were at a race. Where was it and I was like, oh, I think it was Hamster Wheel. And I'm like, oh, this is, Tunxus Jamie and this is, JJ Duran. And this is like,
you're like, what is
it was so fun to just be like, that's that. And that's that, Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Go on.
Go ahead. Sherry Baby, from I think it was a 1960s hit. Chocolatey fucking Chip. I believe he is he now only a 2-chip general? He used to be a 3-chip general. I don't know what's going on there.
I know. What's going on?
Someone ate the chips.
Chris Rosall knows all, bees all.
Yay. I'm very lucky that I met him this year. That's something I'm very grateful for, that I got to meet that I get to meet Chris Rosall.
Knows all, bees all.
Sees all. Is all.
Does all. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we have Christina Ching, or how do you do it? Ching?
Christine
Chinhing.
Gotcha. Christopher Caligula.
So Crisco, because that's what.
Oh, Crisco. That goes better than Caligula, probably. Yeah.
I finally met him in person.
Okay.
Oh wow! Where? When?
At the Fall Fling.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and he kicked ass. He did like a 50K, and he's a nice guy.
That would have been funny if you were like, at like something like random, like at Stop and Shop. I said that wouldn't have been too random, but like, I don't know if you met him like a little.
I met him at Arby's.
Like, I met him. Yeah. I was going to get my colonoscopy and I saw him there.
As you do. Yeah. Okay. Don't really know where to go with that one. Clementine scented chunks. So
that's you know what? That's another. I mean, not that I'm not grateful for everybody, but I walked away from that, or stepped away, or maybe moved away. I don't know what I'd say. When we had our interview with him several weeks ago, I was just like, oh man, that was one of those moments where I'm like, I was just happy to be a runner and happy to be involved in the podcast and stuff, because he was someone else that I'm like, I wouldn't have met. And he just does he's just a cool guy. And I'm like, it's one of those things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for him in being who he is. Thank you, Chunks.
All right, Chunks. Then we have another Womp Romp champion, Clarice Reinhardt. And so, she's actually we've run together here in Boston, so it's been nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that picture was
for that. I'm very thankful that she ran my pace and I did not have to try to run her pace, because there is no effing way I could have kept up with her. So it's,
she's crazy.
Yeah, she's
in a good way.
I didn't realize how fast she was until she ran the race, and it's like I think the next woman was like a half hour behind her. So it was like holy. She came in second overall, and we had some pretty fast guys, there as well.
She is fast.
Yeah, she's a beast.
Quite impressive. Crutchley, who I'm thankful I ran a bunch with him.
Yes,
going around in circles. And he went to, I believe, Record Store Black Friday, Record Store Day Black Friday yesterday, and picked up some good vinyl. Yeah. And let's see. Then we have Dan Braveheart, or nice. David Hoopla, David Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde, David Kaplan, who I think did the Kaplan tests for college admissions.
Absolutely, yes.
Yep. Ellen Cretella Cannell. Okay, that's a good one. ECC. Ellie Pell. Is she the one going to the Olympics?
Well, she's been there for many things. So many times.
I read aren't they doing like synchronized javelin throwing or something like that? She's going to be.
Yeah, that is one of the events.
In the water, yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yep. Synchronized javelin throwing.
The mayor of Culture City, Emily Mayer.
Yay!
This is, I believe, the father of the chosen one, Enrique Tello.
Yes.
Yep, saw him this weekend too.
Nice.
At the fling. Yep.
Eric Wester.
I like that.
He is such a sweetheart. So he did Hamster Wheel and the Fling. He's a great guy.
Yay! I'm jealous.
That's some nice back-to-back stuff there.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Franklin Gaga, related to Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Fred Wills.
Hopefully, we'll see him at tomorrow in
Gandalf. He'll be there tomorrow, I think, won't he?
And Fred Wills.
Oh, is that Gandalf?
Oh, is Fred Wills too? Yeah, that's Gandalf.
I think so.
I met Gandalf at 8 Hours on the Farm. Yeah, so that was a lot effing harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's like I guess there's a reason why they're called steep endurance, because
he put some races
He's so
together.
Sneaky like that.
Yeah,
Van der Heiden.
What was nice is they did the whatchamacallit, they leaf blew the course, because if they didn't, I think everybody would have died. It's like the rocks and roots, like the first 2 miles were and then you get to this bridge that's not really stable, and it kind of like bounces up and down, and it's like I got there and there's like people just go, we're just going to go through the water. We were not even going to try to do this. And it's like, yep, I'm going to have wet feet for the rest of the day. That's okay. So that was like I'm going, oh wow, I'm looking what the winners got. It's like I could run that. Yeah, no fucking way. That was pretty cool. Fred Wills, fuck Arby's.
Yeah.
What's all the hate with Arby's? Arby's is, they got the meats.
It's so scary.
I like how they call it the meats. They don't tell you what the meat's from, but
I know that should say
Geoffrey Myler, Heidi Stearns,
and Foster.
Okay.
Foster is her puppy.
Oh,
yeah. She got a golden retriever puppy named Foster, who, if he goes missing, he's not at my house. It's not at my house, so don't even look.
That's not those whimpering, puppy sounds are not.
That could be anything, really.
That could be anything.
Honestly.
Okay. JJ Duran, who ran
very
so far
lucky
away.
for JJ.
Yeah.
You know what?
JJ cracks me up. I love going to races.
He was amazing at Hamster Wheel. Like, we are lucky to have that guy.
You know what I enjoy? I really enjoy making fun of him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a blast. Oh, yeah. You should have heard some of the conversations me, him, and Jillian Ellefson had together, because I can't repeat them.
Now, is that you or is that them?
I know, really.
Yeah, okay. So, fun story about JJ. In my first 8 hour at the Ben Griffin race, I run with JJ for a while, and then I'm running with somebody else, and they're talking to me, and it's like, oh yeah, were you talking? Was that your son you were talking to before? JJ is like 3 years younger than me, and it's like, are you kidding me? How old? So now I call him. I could call him my son, and he calls me dad every once in a while. And it's just like, I mean, I don't even have 5 years on him. And it's like unbelievable. Like, yeah, did it make me feel old and like bald spot? Freaking.
There's something very youthful though about JJ. Like, I feel like he's going to be like 95, and he'll still have that kind of like Michael Lopresti.
Yeah.
He has a very like youthful something about him.
And I have that not so youthful and fun.
You do have something.
I'm gonna go more with I'm more like the wisdom and sagey, so like people think I'm old.
I like that.
Like that. But we're gonna go with that. So
yeah.
Jack Eye Smith.
Always lucky to see her.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Always wonderful to see Jack Eye.
Jack Baguette in his pants, Sarback.
Do you think he's gonna bring a baguette tomorrow?
He should.
He really should.
He should. Yeah, he should run with it. So my claim to fame is in the first Vertical Madness, I made it in as the number 16 seed. He was the number 1 seed. Tarts came out victorious. Now, he might have got injured and gave up, but I came in victorious.
That's a big flex.
That was a flex. That's pretty good. And then we're coming up to the person who beat me, but she has Dove soap products, so that's not fair. I think so. Yeah. Jake Cocotine, Jamie Myler. I'm pretty sure she
sub 4'd you, sub 9'd you.
She insane. I broke myself on that Vertical Madness. It's like I literally bruised a disc in my back from running downhill so much. I ran more vert in 2.5 weeks than I had pretty much the prior year, and so I have an obsessive mind, and so when I get I get my mindset on something, I found like 1/8 of a mile hill that I just kept on running up and down, and I got so bored of doing it, I was just barreling down the downhills, and I eventually screwed my back up and couldn't run for like 6 months. So that was awesome.
Really nice, Jamie.
Yeah, that's all good. Whatever was meant to be is. Jank. Jessica Crandall. Jillian Ellefson.
Thankful for having her out there on the course.
Yeah, she's just amazing.
She is.
And she won the Blue Blaze series. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, she was top woman for the Blue Blaze series. Yeah. Yep.
What happened to all your Joe Nathans? I don't see any of them anymore. Oh.
We took them out. We took them out behind the shed.
Yeah. Fair enough. That happens. Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Trail Sharks. I have never seen these sharks in person. I'd like to. To see those.
They're legendary.
They got to be good. You know that they're pretty freaking awesome.
I still, every time I read that, I still giggle, and I had a really fun time with the Porta John at Lake Warmog with pictures of Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Trail Sharks. So Joe Noira's face was all over that Porta John.
So the next, Joseph Morrissey, the lead singer of the Smiths or something like that?
Yes. Yeah. Meet some famous peeps.
Yeah. Justin Kowski.
Yeah.
Kelsey Ing.
She's so sweet.
She's the cutest thing.
She really is.
Do you know the first time I met her, it was at a brewery, and she comes up and I'm like, why did someone bring their kid here? Like, I thought she was a teenager. She's
another
so,
like looks so like young, and
that woman's going to be 85 and people are going to be carding her for alcohol.
Yes.
Like
her and JJ, you never know.
Yeah.
That's good. Noticing a lot of your stories about the bar, and just saying.
Yeah.
I don't even drink that much, so there you
go. Lancelot.
Yeah.
Laura Ritchie.
Meow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lauren Edelman.
Yeah, we'll see her tomorrow. We'll speak.
Yeah, I can't wait. She's so cute.
She is.
Yeah. Law Dog, in case you're getting any trouble. Leanne Zager.
Saw her this weekend too.
We'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow sounds like a big day.
It is. Yes.
Lenny's mom. It's got it going on.
It was Lenny's birthday. Happy birthday, Lenny.
Happy birthday, Lenny, and happy birthday, Dan.
Yep.
And happy yes.
Yeah. Liz Vicious 30. Whoa. Oh, that's really vicious. Yeah.
She's one of my best friends. Need I say more?
Oh.
Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Mark Machine Gun Kelly.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Marty DeCow. Matt Nielsen from the Nielsen ratings. Michael K.O.
Heyo.
Michael Lopresti Loop.
Yay.
I don't know what this first thing is, but I know Pom Pom.
Yeah,
Pom-pom
I know.
Yes. I don't know who this Michelle Pom-poms. Is, but it's like yeah. I'm thankful for Michelle or Pom Pom. Rambling Girl. It was a while ago. The great Gelato Gallop, which was
I was supposed to run with her a couple days ago, but it was raining and it rained all night, and we were supposed to get together at like 7:30 in the morning, and it was like raining, and we were all like, me, her, and Monkey Stuffer. I think I was the one that sent the message that was like, "Hey, it's 35 degrees out and it's raining." This seems. They were like,
but now you go, wait a second, I get to do this, and you'll go out and run.
I know, now I need to, yes. But you know what? You know why? Is we were just going to do 30 minutes. Now, if it was something like 30 miles, I would have been like, oh, it's raining and horrible weather. Awesome. But for 30 minutes, I was like, man.
Microscopic Porcupine.
Very grateful for the porcupine. Helped me out a lot through the cut. Thank you.
Mike Reardon with the non-existent not silent G. Yep.
Yes.
Victory Mile.
Yeah. Victor.
Mommy Craigery.
Mommy Craigery. That's my mom.
Yeah. I thought that was Dan Craigery.
No, Craig is he was one of my bridesmaids a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Yep.
How was the wedding?
It was amazing. It was so much fun.
Oh, it did look wonderful.
And he said yes again?
Yeah, you'd think my husband would learn after all these years and stop marrying me, but I don't know.
Maybe the third time. He'll figure it out.
No, that was the third time. He's married me 3 times.
Oh, right. Yeah. I did know that. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking.
Monkey Stuffer.
Very lucky for
so
Monkey
cute.
Stuffer. I know.
Namaste.
I love the Stuffer. Yes.
Nat Zilski.
Perfect.
Nicole Carl.
Perfect.
Peter Ko. The one,
I am
the only, powered by
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah,
very grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. Rebecca Gonzalez Kreisberg.
I like Rebecca. She's a sweetie.
I do too. She's so sweet.
Richard runs trails on YouTube, finishes Traveler 100. Rob the Bear Breckenridge.
Oh, I got to tell you something about Rob because he'll kill me for telling you this.
Oh, good. That's important.
He sent me a message saying he was thankful for me, but threatened my life if I ever told anyone. So let's just keep it between us.
Wow.
Yeah,
oh,
Rob's a good guy.
So apparently, Rob, my message must have got lost in the mail. I'm just assuming that
you didn't get it. You didn't get a handwritten note.
I think he's just afraid that I'm going to steal his dog and his wife, which both.
Now I am
going
to steal his dog.
Oh yeah, Emmy,
I'm
please.
stealing it.
I will help you with that.
What's his dog?
I'm going to steal your neighbor's dog too.
Emmy. Okay. Emmy and Foster. Yep. Ooh, let me see. About my daughter is bringing me some vinyl that we just got. Guardians of the Galaxy Deluxe version. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. And now that's what I call Christmas. All right. It's gonna be. We're gonna have some fun tonight in the Jeffers household or the Clark's household. Yeah, we're doing our Christmas tree tonight, so we had to get some good vinyl for that. Yeah, love Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, that's nothing says Christmas like that. All right, Rob the Bear Breckenridge from, I guess, Colorado. Ron Lacandro. Ross Spilak. Is that the I love?
Very grateful for Ross. Ross is. Yep. I love Ross. I heart you, Ross.
Yep.
Rufus and Brenda Chafed Forden Chaffee Chocolatey Chicken.
Perfect.
They're like people that like you would never. I would have never met them if not for meeting them at the race that we did in March, and they're awesome. They're just really nice people, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again and having Brenda go whoop and run right by me. It's all good. It's all good, Brenda and Rufus. Actually, they both beat me. So, all right, sorry. Go on.
Run the Whites at midnight.
Okay.
Sandy Bartell.
You always have to smile when you see the barbells.
She's so cute.
Oh, barbell.
And I don't. And I'm not saying that as in like using a euphemism for boobies either.
Oh yeah, me neither.
I meant Sandy barbells. But I mean, if you refer to someone as barbells, you could say, "Yeah, I would say."
Yeah, I always thought that's what the pom poms were.
Yeah.
Sandy Porus.
Sarah.
Yeah, wow. I was doing Sandy, then Sarah. Yeah. Oh, it's so confusing.
All right, I like it. Sandy Porus.
This is harder than I thought.
We're stewing and crewing with Sandy Porus.
And then we got Scott the Rock Johnson.
Also, if Howard goes missing, not at my house.
Yeah.
Who's Howard?
You seem to know all of the dogs' names here. Don't be afraid.
I know the important things.
Simon C. Edgett. Thankful for Simon.
That is another. Yeah. I'm very thankful for Simon. I still, even though it was a year and a half ago, and I was hoping he would have done it. Hopefully, he does it again next year. I got so much out of being there for his 24-hour run. Not this past June, but the June before. Simon is a cool cat. I'm very lucky to know him.
And I remember during COVID, we did a virtual run, with him, like a year. I guess it was a year before. That was awesome. And so, and that's one of the things is like we get to do this. He gets to do it. That is pretty freaking awesome. After everything he went through, so awesome. Slurpee runner. Steep freaking endurance who puts on really, really hard races. But the really good races.
Yes.
Ty.
I love Ty. And I like Thai food. Awesome. But I love Ty.
Ty is also very thankful all the time.
Yeah. She is. Yeah. And she reminds me to be thankful. I'm better person for knowing her.
I see her at the 8. She does the 8 hour as well. So that's always fun. 10 Junk Miles is hot like your mom.
Oh, Scotty. Scotty is a wealth of knowledge. Yes. I have to say. He is. He's a very well-rounded, good guy.
He is. The Blue Hills contingent? Wonder what Blue Hills those are. We have Blue Hills here.
The dog food?
You think so? Dog food? Because I support that. Is that the name
of a dog food, or is that Blue Buffalo?
There's Blue Hills around here in Mass, but I don't think that's what they're referring to. That's the one hill I run up and down for my vert training. It's the Blue Hills.
So we're not referring to a contingent of people that eat dog food either.
Probably not.
You should not eat dog food. It's got like glass in it. That's a very bad idea.
Does it really have glass in it?
It has something that you can get very, very, very sick eating dog food. Cat food, perfectly fine. So. And since you've heard it on a podcast, it's got to be true, right? So exactly. It's like, don't check this with any medical people at all. The Lazarus Crew, so I guess kind of like The Walking Dead, or something like that, or Tom Staradai.
I will tell you, my wedding, Tom and Julia destroyed Stefan. Just so you know. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Tom earned that nickname, Destroyer.
Tom the Destroyer.
Wait, dancing?
Yeah. Oh, he danced all night. Stefan sat there like a log. Okay. So there you go.
Did he bring his?
Did he beat him out in the parking lot, or?
I would have paid for that.
Did they have a dance off?
No. Yeah. Stefan sat there and didn't dance, so Tom wins because Tom danced the whole night.
Now does Tom bring his?
We're out there.
Does Tom bring his own piece of cardboard? To do his breakdancing? No,
he's
not quite there.
That would be awesome.
All right,
actually,
bring it on. All right, I'm ready. Yep. To New York Banana.
Oh, can I just interrupt and say for a second? Art and I have a very good habit, bad habit, just a habit of when you put the two of us together with someone else, we tend to break them or almost break them. And To New York was so good when going to and from Stone Cat, because I thought for sure on the way back from Stone Cat that night, I kept saying, I'm like, we've broken Tony. We had to have broken Tony. Like Art and I like can't find our way out of a paper bag. We can't find our way out of a paper bag when we're by ourselves, but put us together, especially after running. And I know we like broke Jimmy when we went to Wisconsin. We're like, poor Tony. Like Tony was like, we're like, Tony, can you stop and do this? Wait, Tony, can we this? Tony, can that? He's a good guy, that Tony Bonanno. Good guy.
All right. Good man. Good man. Then we have another To New York, Demizio. Nice.
Yeah.
The Tunxus Jamie McCusker.
Yes, it was so wonderful seeing you, Jamie.
Ultra Walker.
Yay.
Walt Hammer. William Jara. And then we got Mike Cook, Desitin in the rear. Is he the guy that Chocolatey Chip was telling to put Desitin? I remembered something a long time ago. There was something about Desitin in your friend. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, that started.
Is he the friend? He might be the friend, I guess.
He could be. But that is what ended up starting the whole Chocolatey Chip, that when he said when he went to write Desitin is my friend, and he wrote Desitin in my friend.
Yes, that's right. The chocolate. He's a good. I'm very thankful for Chocolatey Chip.
I am too. I know he's so good. Do you know I still have like and I just keep it in my closet because I think it's funny. I still have a package left of my my Powered by Pop-Tarts with the picture of you running on them.
Nice.
But and it's so funny because the whole package is like crinkled now, and it's like all like a mushy mess. But I just have to, and I still have my, I still have at least one pack of my Chocolatey Chip cookies. I ate all the Celeste Fong Ding Dongs. But yeah,
I remember I for some reason I sent you $1 and a package of Pop-Tarts, a long time ago. So I might have to send you some more Pop-Tarts.
I kept that.
Yeah,
I did not use either of those.
Yeah,
no, I used the Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, Jimmy sent me a case of Pop-Tarts at one point, and so I'm thankful for Jimmy, and I ate all of them. So they were all long gone. Yep. So
I am thankful for Jimmy too, and I'm glad I'm going to see him tomorrow.
I know.
Well, tell him the tart says hi.
Yay! All right. Well, so I'm thinking we probably have to put lipstick on the pig. But Celeste,
yes,
I was thinking, do you want to tell us something that you're thankful for? Did you have anything that you wanted to?
No,
well, hate everything.
Real quick,
hate everybody.
Yeah, really quick. I think I've said it before,
especially all of you.
But, running saved my life. After my kids, I had postpartum. It was really bad. Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah,
but blah blah blah. No,
running. This was bad. Blah blah blah.
It saved my life. I got into running and I found people that have changed my life, and I'm very grateful for that. Also, the health benefits, but yeah, mostly it's the people that have been brought into my life, and that I'm grateful for them every day.
Yay.
And what are you thankful for, Becky?
I was thinking about this, and I keep cutting. This is such an odd thing to come up in my mind as when I think of like, oh, what are you thankful for? Because there's so many things to be thankful for. But for some reason, when it comes to running, the story that keeps kind of popping in my head is, and hopefully we'll actually have this person on the podcast at some time. But I met someone for the first time at Stonecat. And we met without saying too much about the story because hopefully I'll have them on. We met while I was in one Porta-John and they were in the one next to me. And I had said to myself that I didn't have any toilet paper. And I didn't realize I said it loud. And the person next to me is like, I have toilet paper. And I was like, ah. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, I found some. So the school had been closed, so you couldn't go into the building to change. And so I just decided I was going to change in the Porta-John. And this person decided that they were going to stretch in their Porta-John. And so we talked from Porta-John to Porta-John for 35 minutes. And we just went, blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God.
And by the time we both got out of the Porta-John, I was inviting him to come onto the podcast. And Art was walking by. It was like just perfect timing. And he was walking by as I was like, all right, yeah, I'll have you on the podcast. And Art looked at me and looked at him, and I looked, and we all looked at each other, and Art just had this look like, did you just come out of a Porta-John? Inviting someone to the podcast? And then I was like, so, and so I'm introducing them, and it was just, and I remember coming home and telling my family about it, and I just think that that's just such a story that warms my heart because it's just stuff like that. Like, where do you like spend 35 minutes talking to somebody where you're both in a Porta-John? Like in a Porta-John that's been used all day. And we were both like, and every couple minutes, I'd be like, man, this is the best place to sit while I'm getting dressed, because it was so cold out. And then he'd be like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm stretching my calf and it's just putting my foot up on this part is like the best. Cause if you do, and it just, it's one of those things that you're silly thankful for. Like you just, when else would you just talk to somebody in a Porta-John?
Hopefully nowhere else. I mean, honestly.
Really, I know.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
it is. It is. It's just, it is. It's silly and fun.
Amazing. At Hamster Wheel, I had to go to the bathroom, and Rob and that whole crew, unbeknownst to me, came over, and as I'm trying to pee, they're all like cheering and like cowbell and like screaming and banging on it, and I'm like, okay, so like, where else are you going to get cheered for peeing? Like,
yeah. Go, 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 go,
you
go,
can go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do it.
We believe in you, Celeste.
I can do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, we're pretty lucky to be part of this community.
They're all very good things to be thankful for. Well, Jefferson, I'm glad that we didn't, while I'm sad that we didn't see Albert Starr, but we'll see him tomorrow. I'm glad that we got to steal you for longer.
Oh, yeah. My pleasure. This was awesome.
Yay.
Yeah. You're pretty awesome.
Yes.
You guys are too.
As we always say to everyone, thank you for making it this far. No, if you've made it this far, seek professional help, which I love.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
And that we will see everybody.
Mile and a half.
Yeah.
See you in a mile and a half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo. Wait, we have to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question now. All right, so now but all right, but I'm gonna think of okay.
I wonder if you could
I'm gonna write
Siri.
down
What's
a
the
response.
question?
You guys come up with your question, but don't tell me the question, and I'm gonna write down a response, and then we'll see what each of your questions are. Okay. Wait, hold on.
Oh, I gotta think of a question.
Yes, both of you.
What are we doing?
You think of a question to ask the 8 Ball, and I'm already writing down the answer. But don't tell me what the question is. Okay, got it. All right, Celeste, what's your question? Because I already have your answer.
I can't think of a question. All I can think of is Becky Burke going to win tomorrow at the race?
Oh, this is perfect. And my answer, the 8 Ball's answer is not in a million years.
Oh,
and that is very accurate. It is a 10K on the trails, and I'm not running well. Not in a million years. All right, Tarts.
Are we going to have a white Christmas?
Ooh, yes, times 2.
Oh, awesome! You're going to have to say this when it snows on December 25th. So, yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody is having trouble getting out of their house on December 25th because of all the snow,
blame us.
Blame me.
Yeah.
Yes. Blame us.
No,
yeah.
My niece is coming up from Georgia, and she asked for 2 things, snow and lobster races. So we're going to...
Lobster races?
Yes, we do lobster races on New Year's Eve. She likes, or we did, and she wants to do them again. So
wait, with real lobsters?
Yes.
How do they like race into the pot?
Well, no, they kind of just go along the I'm sure some animal rights people are going to be writing me some notes, but we just on the patio. They move a little bit, and then we put them in the pot and eat them, so they can fulfill their lobster destiny.
Oh, I like it. You should make race bibs for them.
Oh, they have numbers.
Like little lobster bibs. Oh my God. Somebody needs to do next race. Instead of race bibs, have them be lobster bibs.
Oh, it's a lobster race.
Yeah. But for people, how cool would that be? The next race you do, and instead of having like pinning your number on, you put the lobster bib on, and you have it tied, and it's got the little lobster on it, and then you've got like your number on it. How awesome would that be?
That'd be
and
great.
Everybody runs with their lobster bib on,
and everybody has to dress up like a lobster.
And being a race director now, it's like that's a lot cheaper than probably the bibs would be. So
yes,
probably.
Okay.
Seriously, I expect either you or triple, quadruple Ben and lobster bibs for race numbers for race.
I mean,
bibs.
honestly, Ben has so many ends; he could spare a few to make lobster bibs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he could. Yeah,
I have no.
Because you need a lot of ends to make a lobster bib.
I got 2 Fs, but no ends.
I don't give an F. I mean, wait, what are we talking about? Oh, I have an N.
I could give 2 Fs, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope I don't screw up when I hit end.
I don't think you can.
You don't think so?
I mean, I'm trying to be positive here, Beck. Just take it.
I know. I'm like afraid to let's just keep recording until Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
When we have our next officially scheduled record.
Why doesn't it say recording on it? No, it does.
Oh my God, that scared me.
She almost forgot at the beginning.
I know. I was like, I gotta start recording. Anyways, all right. Okay. So Celeste, I'll see you at 7 a.m.
Yep, I'll be here.
Jeffers, I'll see you in a mile and a half.
Awesome. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
I know there's like music
podcast,
and there's like monkeys singing.
Yeah,
perfect, right? Yeah, Art's going to put in that. All right.
Yeah, I don't know how that. I didn't know how much she cuts, edits it, and such.
We don't know either.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of editing.
All right, I'm. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cult of Trail Running podcast.